Oh, look over here, boys. It's Victoria Free.
Oh my George, it's Victoria Free.
No, guys, sorry. No, it's not Victoria Free. It's actually just a Hearts of Iron 4 mod that puts it in the Victorian. No, don't. It wasn't my fault. I'm just bringing the bad news. The Victorian era in goddamn Hearts of Iron 4. What type of fucking heresy is this? I mean, where does it end? We've got the Victorian era in Hearts of Iron 4. What's next, hey? Crusader Kings 2 in Hearts of Iron 4. Well, that needs to fucking stop right now because it's absolutely fucking heresy. I mean, a lot of you are probably wondering exactly how this game works in a game that's made for modern warfare, basically, with tanks, air fighters, bombers, nuclear weapons. How exactly does this mod work in that sort of scenario? Well, I'll put it bluntly, it doesn't. But hey, let's not get trashing it, alright? The mods only just came out on the Steam Workshop, and they've got all the map down. Of course, there's only one country that I've noticed that has a focus ray. Actually, no, there's two. I think there's France and Prussia, but Prussia's one is actually quite small indeed. But hey, I don't need a big focus tree to manipulate the game and get some absolutely fantastically funny clips for the internet in my Hearts of Iron 4 montage funny clip. Hey, look everybody, it's me, Prussia, in 1850, and I'm ready to conquer all of Germany and finally do something no one thought of doing. Uniting under one banner. I mean, there was that whole HRE thing, and I'm sure the Austrians tried to do it at one point, but then again, when has history ever told us to trust anyone from fucking Austria? So the tech tree is actually completely the same, and you may be wondering, why can't I just research fighter planes? Well, of course, that's because it'll take 16,174 days, or basically just in time for Victoria Free to actually be released. Ah, the Second Schleswig War, especially famous for being the first war that Denmark's ever lost. Just kidding. They've lost a lot of fucking wars. Ah, Lebensraum. Ah, so I think the mod developers might miss this one, but I can't develop fighter planes, but I can produce transport planes. That's right, cheap economy airlines incoming. So one thing I noticed about good old Queen Victoria over here is that she is doing militarism, but that's not what we want to look at. We want to look at the fact that Britain has no fucking ships, which has led me to believe that I might have a great fucking idea. Get your goddamn sailing pants on, Heinrich Wilhelm Heidelberg. Have you ever wanted an empire? Have you ever been left out in the dirt while all your friends are being imperialists? Well, don't worry. Come on down to your one-stop empire emporium down here in the British Isles. But getting an empire's never been so easy. Boy, the empire building extravaganza emporium sure left me absolutely satisfied and gleaming at the teeth to enslave natives and exploit the land all over the fucking world. Buy now for the cheap price of go fuck yourself. Well, it appears I'm not the only one doing a bit of empire building. It appears the Russians are quite interested in that Turkish ass indeed. Well, would you look at that? The French, they're changing governments again. It's not the fifth fucking time that's happened in 100 fucking years. Oh, would you look at that? It's the Second French Empire, and more importantly, they're social. I don't think that's how it works in 1853. Okay. Hey Austria, I'd really like to unify all of Germany, and I think you're kind of cock-blocking me just a little bit, but don't worry, I'll be nice and gentle. Soft and delicate, that's the Prussian way of doing things. We won't be too mean here. Oh, hey there, Prussia, you're looking pretty damn THICC. Oh my god, top 10 anime crossovers. It's the Entente and the Allies, which is, that's my favorite anime crossover episode. Oh, hey, look, unified Germany, but that's actually not that impressive considering I conquered half the fucking world by invading one country and they didn't actually have any defenses and they didn't even have any fucking boats to defend their island, despite the fact they were actually the world power during this time period from 1820 to like 1914. Well, I don't know what else I need to fucking do, but I guess I'll go ahead and invade Russia at some point because, you know, it's a kind of like Prussian and German tradition now to give the Russians a good old tussling with. Oh god, no, I've tussled with the wrong tussler. I may have failed to take note that Russia's got 1,000 divisions, and when there's no tanks, airplanes, or any of the divisions and infantry, that's a lot of fucking fucking divisions. One thing I find incredibly interesting is the fact it's 1855 and I have an army that's 5 million men strong. I think that's quite big for the time period. I was just pretending to be tussled. That's right, I let the Russians grind up upon me for quite a while, and then I'm doing my counter-attack. Oh my god, Otto von Bismarck's now level fucking 9. Jesus Christ, we've killed so many Russians. Probably not that historically accurate, but I'm pushing into Russia right now, and I did notice that I've killed 12 million Russians. Now, I looked this up, and apparently during the time period, Russia only had a population of 60 million, and so I've killed 1/6 of the population of Russia. But then again, Stalingrad exists in 1856 on top of another famous city that we all know and love. That's right, it's fucking Leningrad in 1850. Probably should have changed those, mod developer. 1/3 of the Russian population dead later, and guess what? We've got some Lebensraum! I feel like this mod needs to improve on their historical accuracy just a little bit, because considering at the time period people were still standing in line shooting each other, that must have been one really big fucking line battle in Russia for me to kill 12 million people. So historically, it was the British that invented concentration camps after invading the Boers down here in South Africa, but don't worry, we're gonna change history once again just so the Germans can also get back to concentration. One thing I'm a bit confused about is the fact that Moldova is actually ruled by a stamp. Now, I don't know what that means, but why the fuck is a stamp in control of an entire country? It's not even a leader called Stamp. It's a stamp of Moldova. Well, I've already beaten most of the people, so I guess I'll just do some empire building, I suppose. Lebensraum! Oh boy, the dawn of World War II electric boogaloo. That's right, the person to join my faction is Japan. Yeah. Why the fuck does Japan have aircraft carriers in 1858? Planes don't exist! Well, the Italians aren't going to fucking unify Italy, so someone's got to do it. One thing I've noticed, mod developer, is that you forgot to actually give some of your new added provinces supply zones, so everyone that enters them is actually starving to death to absolute fucking zero. Jesus Christ! Okay, I've invaded someone that had fighter and close air support. Now, I don't want to know which one of you guys were fucking cheated, but you best come clean, alright? Who was it? Hey, that's pretty unified. Oh, well, I guess everyone's joining up trying to beat me, but sorry, Britain, I have navally blockaded you with basically 5 million different battleships that I've been building. It's a sad state of affairs when you're getting navally invaded and losing by the Kingdom of fucking Lombardy. Hey, I've killed everyone except America, because who fucking wants to invade America? And this time I made sure to puppet Britain so they don't get their slimy empire building fingers on any more countries around here. So I was boosting absolute monarchism in America, and I have noticed that they've turned fascist. That's the fascist leader and flag for normal America. Also noticed that there's revolts in Mexico and Argentina. Now, you might be wondering, what does that mean, I sorrow? Well, I feel like the mod developer completely forgot to remove the American normal focus tree. Jesus Christ. Oh. But there's only one country that we haven't dealt with, have we? That's right, the French state stands no chance against me and my grand army. You shall never get past my level 6 forts, and I will never get past your level 2 forts. But then again, oh, America's sending me some follow. Jesus Christ! Oh, but France, you communist bitch, you failed to notice my trap card, that's right! Modern day tanks invading the Benelux! That's right, I've come from the future from all of this Lebensraum I've been sensing, and I've decided to blitzkrieg! I'm sorry, you don't know what blitzkrieg is. How do I explain this? Alright, so once upon a time, there's a guy called Hitler. He had this great idea to just walk around all the French defenses, so yeah. Ah, well, apparently France doesn't actually hold up against medium tanks that well. You may think I cheated those in, but I didn't. I actually found an exploit to get tanks unlocked, so if I do another video on this, I'll be sure to let you know. But it's to do with releasing countries that are still in the game that have just had their tech. It's a whole thing, okay? But I hope you enjoyed that. That was really funny, wasn't it? Me using tanks against France in 1863. So I think we can all agree this mod needs a bit more work. I'll be sure to leave the link to the mod down below because clearly they need some more developers. But hey, this is a fun concept. I'm sure they'll work on it more. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, hit the subscribe, and fuck me, 10,000 likes and I'll come back.